In its past life, it produced deadly weapons of war.
Now the state of Colorado is suing the U.S. government over who should control the contaminated areas that remain at the Rocky Mountain Arsenal. CBS 4 investigator Rick Salinger has reported on the arsenal now for years. Joins us now live from that area north of I-70 in Quebec tonight. Rick?
Karen, they ceased production here in the early 1980s. The cleanup was completed some 7 years ago, but the state says there's still a potential threat unless it gets proper control. For decades, it was a place where death was manufactured. Chemical weapons by the Army, pesticides by Shell Oil. Many of the toxic compounds remain.
It was referred to, I believe, at one time as one of the most contaminated pieces of property on the planet.
Doug Knapp manages the hazardous waste program for the state health department, now suing the Army, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, and Shell. Its suit claims an area called Basin F still poses a potential threat. All of these constitute threats to human health and environment, it reads. He says the state needs proper management of the site.
We don't have control on that, and we therefore can't ensure for protection of human health and environment.
Much of the hazardous waste remains in landfills or contained under covers. We went to a housing subdivision right across the street and found some people unaware of their neighbor. Do you know what the Rocky Mountain Arsenal was?
No, I don't.
It's right across the street from you.
Yeah, I know, but I have no idea.
Do you know they made chemical weapons there?
I don't know.
Did not know that when you bought here?
No.
Doesn't bother you now?
No.
The state says even though groundwater remains contaminated, it is treated.
We don't believe that represents any threat to them.
Members of the Site Advisory Board told us today that there are tons of contaminated elements here, and it says there are hot spots in the soil on top as well. The head of the Army program says it is all safe, and they are proud of their cleanup work. Live at Rocky Mountain Arsenal, Rick Salinger, covering Colorado First.
Thank you, Rick.